So hi everybody, it's Dawn here and welcome to my channel and welcome back if you've been here before. Now in this video I'm going to be talking about the power of words and intention, and I'm going to be showing you how to simply bless your food and how it changes its energy right down to its deepest core. But before I start, I do want to talk about the word blessing and what I mean when I say blessing your food. Or blessing anything really. Now, I think probably that the major religions of the world have incorporated this word into their vocabulary, but I want to let you know that really it transcends any one religion. So for me, a blessing isn't a religious act, it's a human act when we're tapped into the spiritual aspect of ourselves. And as such, we can bless and we can be blessed without having to be religious. It's a universal expression of love. And we can bless anything. And in doing so, we're impacting it on an energetic level. We're changing it at its very core, at its quantum level. But today, I'm going to concentrate on the practice of blessing food. Which really isn't a new concept, I know, but it's one that probably we've forgotten to do, we've got out of the habit to do, and maybe we think it's more religiously focused than it actually is. But why is it important? Why is it important to bless our food? But let's think about the journey that our food takes to reach us. So it's grown, it's picked, it's processed, it's blended, packaged, transported, put on the shelves, even before you purchase it. So think about how many people that food has already interacted with when you pick it off the shelf. Think about the emotions that they had when they were handling your food. Now, perhaps they were happy and joyful, amazing, or perhaps they were mad, sad, frustrated, maybe even angry. Now obviously, if you grow your own food, well, you have some more control about that, particularly with the raw ingredients. But there may well be energetic aspects that you don't want in the other components of the food that you add to it, like salt, pepper, stock. But also even think about how you feel when you're growing your food, how you're harvesting it, and of course, how you're cooking it. The energetic makeup of that food has been impacted by the countless emotions and the energy of anybody that it's interacted with. That's mind-boggling when we think about it like that, isn't it? And let's not forget what happens when we bring the home food and it sits in our kitchen, we put it on our shelves. It's absorbing the energy surrounding it. Now, I heard something interesting recently about eggs, and I didn't know this about eggs, but they can be used for space clearing due to their ability to absorb energy. So the theory is they've got high water content, so can actually pull stale, stuck energy out of the environment. Think about the eggs that we have in our kitchen, in our fridge. What are they picking up as we're sending out our frustrated, angry or sad emotions? Now, don't worry, because the good news is we can transform the energetic blueprint of the food if we get into the habit of blessing it. So what do I mean by blessing? Well, it can be as simple as sitting with a heart full of appreciation and love. You get to imbue the food with this energy. You basically love it. But we can even go a little further with this. It's just a matter of focus and attention. So let's look at this from a deeper level. Now in dowsing and specifically geomancy, we get to work with the unseen energies of the landscape, and we call that spirit of place or sometimes genius loci. And really it's just the vibrational essence of that landscape, and it's sentient and it wants to work in partnership with us. Now this vibrational essence exists in everything. So there's a spirit of our home, a spirit of a tree, of a rock, and of course, spirit of plants, animals and water. Everything has a vibrational consciousness that we can interact with. So we can connect with the spirit of our food so that it works in alignment with our well-being and our highest good. We get to partner with it if we just spend a little bit of time connecting. Now I'm going to get a little bit complex here, but let's just think about the spirit of a tomato, the spirit of an onion, the spirit of a garlic. They're busy doing their individual things, their onionness or their tomatoishness. But you want to make them into a beautiful sauce, so you want to bring them together. And in the process of doing that, are you creating something new? Are they aligned with this new version of themselves? Do they still see themselves as separate and individual? Or are they now in alignment with this new purpose? Have you ever stopped to think about having a conversation? I know, sounds like a rabbit hole, doesn't it? It is mind-boggling and mind-blowing. But have we stopped to think about having a conversation with this new being, to talk to it about what you want it to now be? That it's a combined source and how you want it to nourish you. You might be thinking that I'm crazy at this point, and that's okay, because many people do. But I have seen how amazing the world is when we work in partnership with these unseen energies that we share space with. So when we bless our food before a meal, we're going to increase the energetic field around it. Now, my practice of blessing is to sit with the spirit of the food and to thank it for being, for growing, and for agreeing to partner with me for this nourishment. And as you're creating your wonderful stews and your sauces and your pies and your pastries, hold a loving intention and talk to the individual spirits about combined how sweet, tasty and healthy that this food you're producing will be, how it's going to support you for your highest good of all. Now, at the very least, blessing your food will bring a little bit of mindfulness into your day and your eating habits, which has its own set of benefits. But if you're willing to take that leap with me, it might just change your food at a quantum level. And I'm going to demonstrate that now. I'm going to demonstrate what I mean and how that has an impact. So, a banana or a banana, depending upon which part of the world you're on. A lovely nourishing piece of fruit, but I don't know who's been interacting with this piece of fruit. I don't know what energetics it is holding. So let's have a look to see what its energy field is. I'm going to take my rod and I'm going to say, show me the energy field of this banana. So there we go. So it's about that distance. Not bad. I can consume that quite happy. But let's have a look to see when I hold an intention. So I'm going to connect in with the spirit of this banana. I'm going to hold that love in my heart. I'm going to sit in appreciation. I'm going to ask this piece of food to nourish me, to bring in important nutriments. I'm going to ask it to work with my highest good. And that's as quick as it needs to be. Now I'm going to say, how energetic is this banana now? Ooh, I'm going to have to move. Wow. And it's still going, folks. Still going. Okay. Banana's out of sight. But literally, don't know if you can see that, it's more than doubled. So just that simple act of sitting and holding that intention has changed the energetic component of that food. So I can happily eat that now, knowing that it's going to nourish me far greater than it would previously. Well, I hope that I've inspired you to start blessing your food, and I hope that I've demonstrated the energetic impact of doing that. As I say, You can believe me or not about whether or not that simple act is going to change the food at a quantum level, at a vibrational level. But even if you're sitting, pausing, just taking a little moment to appreciate the food and to thank the food, even if you're just doing it at that level, then it will have a huge impact. It will bring some mindfulness into your day. It will prepare you for the consumption of that food in a good way. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had a little bit of fun. I hope you learned something. And thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Ta-ta for now.